Hey tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Welcome to the inaugural 2020 Tanker Chat. Hope everybody had a good holiday or a safe New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Hope you were able to enjoy that. I spent the New Year's Day with my wife, didn't play tanks. That was her one request, so she lets me do all this stuff and spend a lot of time doing it, so hey, the least I could do, right? Anyway, as you can see, we're in the garage and still the festive spirit, and that should be going on for another 10 days, I would think. And then we'll probably get an update to clean up the garage. As far as the tanks and the continued experience, I think, and I could be wrong here, but if I remember correctly, I think that was going into February, but again, I could be wrong. So anyway, we have that. There's not a lot of news going on. Let's check the website here. There's not a lot of news going on. You can get the Death Star for bonds. Oh, that's right. You could get the Death Star for bonds, couldn't you? I might have to look at that. I got evaporated in a game the other night by one of those. It was like I was a tier 8 in this tier 10 game, and I mean low tier medium, and I just happened to poke over this hill, and somebody lit me up. Next thing I know, poof. And I was like, dude, of all the tanks that are over here, you picked the little tier 8. Anyway, so the Death Star, that's always fun, right? So we got a 1.5 XP weekend, plus it is a consumable discount weekend. So consumables are on 50% sale. I went and bought a bunch of them yesterday, and so I'll be grinding premium tanks pretty much this weekend, trying to get build my credits back up so I can go buy some more before the sale ends, because I burn through these. I don't spend them all the time, but I have big kits on all my tanks, and I pretty much run food all the time. So for guys who play that, play like me and run those all the time, I mean, this is what we've been waiting for, is this. So go out and get your stuff. 1.5 XP weekend shouldn't mean that all the idiots are out, but it does mean that they will be out. There's a new global map, which of course is for the clan wars and stuff like that. But they do. I watched the video. And I wanted to bring this up because Wargaming, I think you finally actually may have done something right here. So as part of the rewards that people get for playing this, they get some more improved equipment than just the improved equipment, right? But that can only be used in the global map. All right. So thank you. Yeah, I mean, I can understand rewarding the guys who go out and play this, and they should be rewarded. If they're gonna do this grind, they should get the reward, right? But thank you for not adding something that they can achieve that none of the rest of us who choose not to do this can achieve, and then they get to bring it to the pub matches and just drive their OP tanks and be even more OP. So thank you. I hope you keep that going, and it would be nice if you would do that for the reward tanks, because I'm kind of torn. I mean, I know these guys go and they do the global map and they do the clan wars and they put the time in and they get these tanks, and I fully understand. But they also get a lot of gold. They get bonds. They get credits. So I mean, they're getting just more than the tanks. And then they bring these OP tanks, and when I mean OP tanks, I'm talking about the Chieftain. I'm talking about the 907. All right, those two are by far the most OP tanks I've ever seen. All right, the 907 is not so OP anymore since everybody's kind of moved to the Chieftain. But the Chieftain, oh my God, I mean that tank is just insane, right? gun depression from here to Sunday, a turret that just cannot be penetrated. When it's in that mode, it is just it is just a beast. I mean, so anyway, but and then they bring those tanks into the pub games, and there's a dichotomy there that's not right, because a bunch of us don't have the time or aren't invited to play on those teams or whatever, to do this. And so we're caught in a situation where we don't have these reward tanks. We can't get these reward tanks, and we're now fighting against them. And so you're just making the players who and I guess and then there's the argument that says, well, they did it, so they should be able to play the tanks in the pubby game. And if you want it, you can do it too. Okay, it's a valid argument. I don't quite buy into it, because not all of us can do it. Not all of us are good enough to do it. Not all of us have the time to do it or the will to do it. I mean, and so why do we get punished because we didn't do it? It's just, that's my 2 cents. But good on you for giving them their extra, these special equipment, or directives or whatever it is that you're giving them, but they can only use it in the clan wars. That I do appreciate that, and good on you. So the vehicles that can be won can be the KV4, the IS5, but the Chieftain, of course, and then the 23E3, T23E3. So. And then, of course, you can also win these. The VK7201, the M60-121, and the T95E6. So, for those players who do it, good on you. I think it's great. At some point, I would like to have the time where I could do it, to be honest with you, just to say I experienced it. I've done the grand battles just to say I experienced it, ranked just to say I did it, to the front line, stuff like that. I try each mode just to say, at least once, to say I did it, and I'd like to do this at least at some point in time, and see if I would enjoy it. Playing against top-notch players is very daunting and very nerve-wracking, and plus it's a huge time commitment. But I digress. Anyway, so the global map is coming out. Tank rewards. So we have tank rewards coming out, and actually it started on the 3rd and it runs to the 26th. And this is pretty much like the one that went on during the Christmas time, where you have a ton of get logged in here. We have a ton of missions, a bunch of missions. And you can get lots of stuff, and there's no reason why anybody shouldn't be able to complete these missions. And they're pretty much the same. One is, as you start going through, tier 3 to and up, or and then there's the set ones that are be in this tier. The first 3 are I think is fight a battle, preparation is fight a battle. Elsenborn Ridge, be a top 10, and that's on a tier 2 vehicle. Okay. Then you got Operation Stoser, and that's a tier 3 vehicle, and Baston, tier 4 vehicles, and Nuts is so on and so forth, tier 5, so on and so forth. Patton's Third Army. Then we start getting into the tier 6s, Allied, tiers 7s, tier 8s. Okay, so you got some that you can play any tier, a couple that you can play any tier, and then you start have to grind through the tiers. And I be honest with you, I probably won't play the tier anything below tier 5, if that. I don't enjoy playing the lower tiers, so it just won't be worth it to me. Now, will that mean I won't be able to get all my tokens? No, just means that I won't get 10, 20, 30, math in public, 40, maybe 40 tokens a day if I play every day. I didn't play every day on the Christmas one, December's, and I still got the Scorpion. So you don't really need to play every day. Now there's 3,000. You can do the math. You do get the M10 Panther, which I believe I have. I'm not sure if I do or don't, but 7 days of premium. Um, Here's something I do. I find myself is, when I get to this level, it's like, okay, do I want 12, 300 bonus, 300% 2 hour bonus for my crew, or do I want 4 of the crew and then 4 of the experience earned in battle and then 4 of the free experience, or do I want 12 of the 3? I sit there going, oh Jesus, what's a better buy? I feel like I'm sitting there, oh Jesus, should I go with the generic brand? Should I go with this? It'd be interesting. Do you guys ever find yourself in that, or you just know automatically what you're going to get? The first 500 to me is going to be totally useless, except for the stuff that you get for each mission, because I really don't care about crew skins. I don't care. I don't. They don't give me anything, and I don't pay attention to the crew other than their skill set. So it just not a big deal to me. But hey, whatever floats your boat. It's like the big 3D skins. I'm not huge into that. I have them on my tanks, but yeah, I could take them or leave them. Anyway, what else do we have? Special message from Victor Casilli and the members of the Watt team. Thank you. Special message back. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to you too. From Bonsai Duck to you. Okay. Thank you. 30 days of Watt premium. And this cute little T7 combat car. Yes. 30 days for 12. That's not bad. That's really not bad. That's once per account, so if you've already done it, it's done. But that's really not bad, 30 days. Let's see here. Mastery missions. So what do we have for the mastery missions? Oh, look, it's the E75TS and the Object 703 version 2. And they go from the 1st to the 15th. Now, I'm wondering, and I'm not saying that this is happening, but it makes perfect marketing sense to me. Your loot boxes are going away on the 14th, right? Or midnight on the 14th. Maybe you're trying to drive some more sales of the loot boxes by making these tanks the 2 tanks that can get the mastery mission for the first 15 days of January. Maybe. I'm just saying. But that would be, I don't know. Does that sound like what Wargaming would do? It does to me. All right. And then of course the earn your rewards. So, earn your rewards for your tank class. Don't forget to go in there and trip those codes there, guys, so you can get those. Let's take a quick stroll through the premium because I wanted to give some thoughts on the loot boxes. So what are my thoughts on the loot boxes? Well, first off, I enjoy the loot boxes. I don't think that they're gambling because I do believe that you get, if I spend $99 on a box of 75 boxes, I believe I get my value and more back. All right. Can I put that in hard facts? Yeah, maybe. I haven't taken the time to do it, but I've purchased enough gold and stuff in this game to know that I do get my value back on that one. Okay. My little experiment this year was was I going to keep track of what I got, and I am. I did. I should say I did keep track of what I got. Let's see, I'm gonna clear that because those numbers aren't right. And so I was given 11 boxes by a subscriber, and that 11 boxes produced 3,700 in gold and 100,000 credits and 3 days of premium, and I got 3 of the tanks and 1 of the skins. Right. I then purchased 75 of the magic boxes, which in turn produced 34,150 in gold, 88 days of premium, and 4.3 million in credits. And I think I got the E75 TS, the 703, the Panther, the PZK 3K out of that. Then I purchased 75 boxes of the Lunar, and thought, okay, because I wanted to see. I wasn't too impressed with the magic boxes. I mean, they did okay, but I wasn't too impressed. So then I got the Lunar, right? And I got Julia, and I got the 13105 skin, and the T110 E4 skin, and I got other tanks, and I didn't get any new tanks in there, but I got 62,450 in gold, 46 days of premium, and 2.4 million in credits. Now the gold, as you can see, I hit some of the tanks where I got gold for tanks that I already had, but I got a crap load of these 250 1 day of premium things, and 250 and 100,000 gold, 250 1 day of premium, 250 100,000. I mean, it was like ching, just ringing it up, So that's all good. Then I bought my last 75, so that's 150 boxes total. I bought those of the what was that? The New Year boxes. Oh, hello. Sorry. So then I bought the New Year boxes, and that's when things really started to happen. Okay, and we're cruising along, we're racking up. I wasn't even paying attention to equipment at that point, garage slots or skins or anything like that. But 97,800 in gold, 32 days of premium, and 4.9 million in credits. So obviously, to me, I have some opinions on this. Now, the New Year's boxes, I think, were obviously the best producing. Granted. Now, could that also have been? I think there's a time of day that you should open these boxes up. From what I've seen, just from kind of observation, people open up their boxes, not, let's say, mid-morning, 9 to noon, somewhere in that time frame, tend to do better, in my opinion. And when I did that, I tend to get better results. The later in the day that you open these boxes, it doesn't seem to produce as much. Strictly an opinion, all right, but just thoughts for next year. Now last year I made a ton out of Lunar. So is it every year that the boxes might, some set of boxes might produce more than other sets of boxes? I don't know. I did open up my New Year boxes in that 9 to noon time frame, and like I said, it seemed to be much more productive. If all things are equal, and I know it's a random, it's a random generated gifts, but if all things are considered, equal, and they're all supposed to be randomized, right? They should all produce roughly the same amount, because you're almost guaranteed to get your money's worth out of it. So they should all roughly produce about the same amount. So that's my math theory, right there. But so 150 boxes plus the 11 that I was gifted, and that's what I came up with. So was it productive? Yes. Was it as productive for me this year as it was last year? No, it wasn't. But all the same, I enjoy the loot boxes. I would be nice to see these come around every once in a while, as opposed to once a year. But then again, the once a year is like Christmas, right? You know it's coming and you really want it, right? So anyway, you got 9 more days of that. If you need, I think at this point, if you really needed the gold and stuff like that, it would be worthwhile to do it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll buy any more, to be honest with you. But it was exciting. It was fun. But yeah, again, my personal opinion is they're less productive than they were the previous years. Also the fact of adding in the lower tier tanks as gifts, also reduced it, because then when you got those, that was less gold, right? So um, I think they adjusted. They obviously adjusted the economy on the loot boxes. Um, will they do it again next year? I don't know. You know, it looks like they're already trying to adjust the economy on Frontline. If I read the 2020 previews correctly, so I can see that. You know, they've got a ton of gold out there, which is a money making for them. They probably got a ton of bonds sitting out there. I know I'm sitting on a few. And the coin, that's just in-game currency, right? I mean, I don't think that that's causing them any fret. But a game this old and this established, you got a huge currency out there. Why add more? I don't know, but they seem to like to do that. But they just flooded the market with gold right now. And well, they did in the previous years, and this year I think they kind of cut back and pulled back a little bit and said, "Whoa," because people last year were walking out with tons of premium and tons of gold, and I just think they're trying to scale it back. So as far as vehicles go, you can check out the gold and the premium and all that. Yeah, there's no real special vehicle out there right now. There is the STRV 81, which I can pick up for $37.49. It's a thought. I really enjoy the Centurion body style. The Primo Victoria is a fun tank. The only thing I don't like about the Primo Victoria is it can't use it to train anything else. So this might be good for a Swedish trainer. So I might pick that up, but I haven't decided, and I still have a little time to pull the trigger. Now I'll say that, and I'll come back tomorrow, and it'll be gone. So, but that's pretty much where we're at there. As far as World of Tanks information and news and all that happy stuff, there's not a lot going on. Obviously the 75th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge. For tank rewards, you got the 1.5. You've got, looks like in the EU, you guys have got 4 times XP on the first victories. That's good. The referral program, season 3, starting up. I keep seeing a lot of posts of people in the forum wanting referrals. I think if I was a new user, the forum would be the last place I would go when I was setting up my account. But that's just me. I'm just saying. Play your tank class right. So really, there's not a lot of news. There's just not a lot going on out there right at the moment. So that's pretty much it. As far as missions go, like I said, you can check out all the missions. You got the New Year's Bustle, XP. All you gotta do is win a battle. Yep, win a battle. Don't have to be top 10. Just be on the winning side. Lima's still out there. I haven't even done any of these missions for this. I don't think. No, I haven't. I mean, I should. To be honest with you, I'll look into that. I mean, I have to complete this one 3 times before I can move to this one. I have to win. I have to be among the top 10. Be among the top 10 players on your team by the following parameter. Experience earned. I get those. Okay, and this is in the King Tiger. Right? Then, once I do that 3 times in 24 hours, then I can do this, which I just have to complete a battle, right? Oh, because I have to have 15 of those. Okay, all right. And then I get those. Well, it might be worthwhile doing that. To be honest with you, I really don't. I don't spend a lot of time looking at the missions, so that's my own fault. Playing your tank class right, mastery, and then of course here we go with the tank rewards. So again, folks, they're out there for you. You all you gotta do is do it. The tank rewards, that was the easiest one for me last month. It was just something I did when I sat down. I made sure I went through all those, got my credits for all of them, and then I went on and played my other tanks. So something to think about. As far as channel news goes, we're growing in followers on Twitch, so I greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to update the Twitch page and and get that, looking good. As far as YouTube goes, doing great there. I'm posting in the forums a daily video, throwing those out there. So I know I'm getting a lot more views from people going into the forum and seeing it. And of course, they don't tend to subscribe on YouTube, and really that's fine. So it's harder to track. But I know that I'm getting more and more because the number of views on the page on a daily basis are going up. So I am seeing more views. But as far as the views on the video, those are growing up and down depending on the type of video. So I've got a ton of videos that I've got to do. So I got to get this done, get it edited, and get it out to you guys so I can start those. And I am trying to get those done as quickly as humanly possible, and still have obviously good videos. That's pretty much it. I hope you had a safe and happy new year. Let's move into 2020 and see what Wargaming's bringing to us. And you take care. This is Bonsai Duck out.